2-0 defeat at home to Nuneaton. It's been a sort of contrasting week for you, I guess. It was started off brilliantly with the win over Mickle. Probably a little bit of disappointment from Saturday after being 1-0 up, and then the 2-0 today. How do you reflect, first of all, on the game today?
I think, first of all, today it's two different halves. First half we've had one chance, second half we've had 10, so that shows the contrast in that respect. Bitterly disappointed with the 2 goals. We all are, players are, very soft, which has then, kind of left us ruin those chances then we had in the second half. I feel like the performance today, overall, really, apart from the 2 goals, was satisfactory. Second half we had a lot of the ball, and you could argue that Nuneaton allowed that. But we did cause them a few problems in the second half. Keeper made a couple of good saves. They were doing the time wasting and having to clear their lines, and we just didn't in the end have that clinical end product. And we if anything, we based on that 0-0 probably we would have took, but the 2 goals were a bit frail.
Nuneaton were very good at sort of choosing when to press and put pressure on the back line when Kettering moved forward. It must have been quite a difficult half time, really, because it would have felt like they were in a right battle after that first half.
Yeah, I think first half we looked leggy, we looked lethargic at times, we weren't quick enough in the transition. We did speak about that half time, that we needed to up the tempo a bit, and we were able to do that second half, play the balls into better areas, get ourselves further up the pitch by sometimes being patient, because they give us the time to play in areas that probably didn't hurt them. So we had to be patient, but we upped the tempo in that final third in the second half, and did create a couple of chances, and unfortunately we weren't able to take them.
There's been a sort of tactical shift since you've moved in, a sort of change of formation. How do you think that's working? It worked very well against Mickle, and today it probably wasn't the formation that was the main sort of reasons behind it. But are you happy with that formation? Is it how you like to play, or is it how you've not being forced to play, but is it the personnel you've got available sort of makes you play that way?
Yeah, no, I think you have to, as a football manager, you have to be adaptable. You have to be prepared for all eventualities, and I think at the moment we got it bang on against Mickle. Different against Alfchurch because they sat in and made it difficult for us to break them down. Today, formation, you're right, wasn't a key factor on the defeat. I think it was just the frailty of the 2 goals really in those 2 vital moments. But the players are getting to grips with how we want to play. But I do believe that they also need to be adaptable and versatile to play different formations as well. And I'm sure that we'll explore that further afield. But at the moment, the playing squad that we've got, I think it maximises that opportunity to play that formation. And we are seeing ourselves with good possession. It's now about trying to be a little bit more clinical in the final third. Saturday,
AFC Sudbury back down here again, weather permitting, of course. It'll be a key job to get the players lifted back up and recovered as well. Picking up a few knocks on a heavy pitch. You've also got the added sort of bonus, if you like, which is not the bonus you want, that Billy Johnson's suspended. So how are you looking to deal with that? How are you looking to pick the players back up and get ready for Saturday?
Yeah, so obviously Billy's suspended, so someone else will be in goal. That's a given, and we'll be working towards who that is in the next few days. Sudbury, the same as Nuneaton, same as Mickle. Any home game, we'll prepare the same way. If we play in the same way that we have recently as a collective, I think we've got a very good chance against any team in this division, and it's those moments that we need to ensure that we are strong at the back, but also clinical in the box.
Just finally, you want to talk about obviously yourself and your management team. It's the first time we've had a chance to have a chat since the news came out that you were appointed the permanent manager. So I mean, it's been a bit of a busy week for you. I know your phone has been lighting up from me, which is not my fault over the last couple of days. But you've been given the role. You're obviously looking forward to it. You've got a backroom team in place very early. How important was it for you to get those sorted early, out the way, and focus on other things?
Yeah, I think it's very important for the group. The players are the key here, so we have to ensure that all bases are covered as far as their kind of stabilised position in the group. So have those guys on board. All of them are great guys. All of them offer something different with strength, and it was very important to get in early so that the players can see what their strengths are, be able to work and adapt around them. So, yeah, I feel it's a really good group. Players, I've said before, are a really good group. The management team that we've got in here are very trusting, and they'll be working hard, the same as the players, to get a positive result. So, yeah, we're looking forward to it. Today is a defeat, and we know, and everyone knows in football, results are never guaranteed in whichever way, but we'll be continually working hard to get the right ones as much as possible.
Obviously, one of the bonuses really of signing yourself, the chairman came out and said it as well, partial of it was your local knowledge of football around this area. How much are you looking to tap into that over the next few days? You've probably not had a chance to start really, or you probably have put the building blocks in place, but how can we see that coming into your managerial and expertise in the next couple of weeks?
I think recruitment is something that obviously we will evidently look at, but I also do believe that there's a lot of quality in that group. I also believe that they've not shown it enough this season, so it's for us to try and get that out as much as possible, and during that period, if we feel that there's weaknesses that we need to recruit on, then we definitely will. I think I said before, the local knowledge, it's something that's been mentioned, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be a great manager and recruit local players. You need to also know the wider national pool, and for a club like Kettering, if you wanted all local players in and around Northamptonshire, then it could be some of a struggle. So we do have to go outside of that. So local knowledge, I don't think is massively key. I just think having a professional attitude with the right players involved will get us end results. And at the moment, the players are working to the way we are, and I think at the moment we're seeing good performances, not necessarily results always, but we want to tighten up those, lock those doors defensively and be a little bit more clinical going forward. So there's a lot of work to do, but we are fully all in and committed to that.
Jim, commiserations, and we'll see you Saturday.
Thank you.
Tom, unlucky too. Well, I say unlucky. It's a 2-0 defeat, and probably the first half of the damage was done for you, wasn't it? Tried to have a go at it in the second half, but was it maybe just a little bit too little, too late?
Yeah, we started very slow. 2 very poor goals to give away. They didn't really have to work for anything. We did improve in the second half, but when you give goals away like we did in the first half, it was always going to be difficult. But yeah, we could have scored 2, could have scored 3, but it just wasn't to be really.
Obviously, last week against Middleover, everyone was up, everyone was really enjoyed that win, and rightly so. They're a good side. And today, obviously, it's been brought down a little bit. How do you get those energy levels back up for Saturday? Is it just a case of put this out your mind and go again, or do you use this as motivation now for Saturday?
Yeah, we use it as motivation. But the good thing with football, there's always another game around the corner. So yeah, we'll look to put it right on Saturday, and hopefully we get a win back at home.
Tom, thank you for joining us. We'll let you get off, and we'll see you Saturday.
Cheers, thank you.